to see it. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So my mic's working now. I'm on my old computer now. Perfect. Whoever's in, we are currently doing a New Year's Eve live stream. It will only be an hour long. I'm just going to be showcasing some sets I have in my collection. If you want, you can request some sets you want me to showcase and look at. I also have some books. It's your choice. So here we go. And yep, I built this in my past live stream. These are the Scorpion tank. We'll start with this. This is the UNSC Scorpion class. And I'll start by reviewing some of the parts we get with it. I'll do more of an in-depth review in another video, but as of right now, I'll just showcase what I have right here. Comes with a barrier, and this is a new type of barrier we get to see. It has two holders on the end for bolts. You can hold them right here. And let me turn down my lighting real quick. It's not too bright. You can see. Alright. So yeah, so basically, and this is my new mic I got right here. So that way there's not like a cord. Anyways, I have two bolts right here for the turret. You can see here it does shoot. That it's pretty it goes pretty far when it comes to shooting. This is the old design for our turret. The new design, it's kind of simple. Not really, there's not much to it. But with this design, it actually adds complexity. Of course, the mount could be a little bit better whenever it doesn't move much. It does rotate a little bit, and that's really it. Let's see, I do have the other turret in my collection, and I can compare them real quick. So here is the other turret we got, and this is, I believe, the first one we got in this color. It is from the Banished Mercenary pack, and I did do a review of that on my channel. So basically, if we're comparing these two, this one's a lot better. I honestly like it because it has a lot of functioning parts to it. It actually can turn and move forward, move back. You can have it in a resting position and then have it float up. I would just prefer this one over really this right here. Both are, I do like the actual main turret part, but when it comes to mobility, this one by far is the best, as right here. And I mean, this one rotates, and it aims down and up, but that's really it. It's just, for me, it seems way too tall for me compared to this. It doesn't look. It just looks very weird. It doesn't have a good. I guess you could say just. It's not something I feel like we would see in game. So we'll do a comparison real quick with the Elite, because that's usually what we're gonna have holding the main turret. We can also have a Brute too. So when it comes to right here, yeah. So see the Elite kind of, if you haven't fully extended on his hind legs, he doesn't really. He has to kind of aim down. He can't really aim up much. Even at that, you're kind of forcing him to. There we go. So it's kind of even, but it just looks very weird to have him like that. Compared to this one over here, though, we get a actual mobility. It makes it look something you would actually see in game, something a Spartan would go up against. So we'll mount him right here real quick. And there we go. So we have him mounted. And to a certain extent with the other turret, it's almost like he almost has to basically look to the side in order to see, as right here, he's looking forward, and here it is. So as you can see, this looks a lot better than this right here. But really, that's my main concern, I guess you could say, with the set. What's not to say I could, well, we can't really do that, but I could make it to where this set has the same function as this right here. But this just looks, honestly, a whole ton better than this turret right here. Of course, I understand that Mega, they did put more into the tank, the figurines, so there probably wasn't a lot of room to make the turret a lot better, but that's my opinion. Some people might like the actual turret that came with the set, but for me, it's just not my favorite. It does work. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I would rather have the nice mobility this set right here has. This little piece right here. And of course, compare though, this came in $100 set, and this did come in as of right now, I believe $20 thing. So if there's less pieces in that $20 set than there was in this $100 set. So of course, production it costs a lot more money. So I can understand why they didn't make it to where you can have that mobility, but it's pretty cool. Let's see. I just now noticed the Elite kind of has the handle on him. And it's not coming off. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, and then we'll do like a small overview of the figurines in a moment. So that was the turret right there. And we also reviewed the little wall barricade. We do get a crate with this. Let me move these out of the way. You do get a crate. This is probably not one of the first times, because in the Pelican, we do get some utility pieces, like a fire hydrant, and I believe, no, that's really it. We got that fire hydrant, which was like probably the only utility type thing we saw in that set. And I know in some Call of Duty sets we do get a lot of utility, like tools in them. But this is probably, I think, this is one of my first times seeing utility tools in a Halo set, and I understand why we would have utilities in the set, because you have, again, a Scorpion tank. You probably need to fix it up if it does get damaged. Mega, from what I looked at, only said there's supposed to be one crowbar, a wrench, excuse me, and a screwdriver. There's only supposed to be one of those. For some reason, I got two pairs. I got a pair of each. So I got duplicates right here. So I got more tools. As far as these go, I mean, if you're wanting to play with them, I guess you can try to. You can pop off some of the pieces. It's not the best, but you are able to actually pop some of them off. Here, let me try with this right here. So if you're like doing a stop motion, you can actually make it to where it looks like he's popping it off. Of course, it's kind of difficult to do, but we can do that. That's with the crowbar. Screwdriver really doesn't fit anywhere. I mean, kind of just pretend that there's maybe some fake screws in the actual thing. With the wrench, though, I've tried testing it out, seeing if it could maybe fit, like actually lock onto certain things, and as of right now, I actually kind of locked it onto the barrel of the minigun, but that's really it. Maybe right here on the guardrails, but it doesn't have many pieces it can actually lock onto and use to, work. So yeah, so these are all the tools we get, and we do get a nice crate that can just open the back up right here, and we can. Is that working? Is it working? And we just slide the crate in. And that's really it right there. You kind of do have to put it at an angle. As you can see right there. Close it. Nice and neat. And then boom. So you have your crate right here. And then whenever you want to take it out, you just open it up and boom, like that. So that is our crate right here. And that is the funks. I will go over the tank functions a little bit more in another video. But this is just a small overview. Nothing too big. Well, I'm not going to go too much into the detail for the figurines. Because again, that's for another video. But, so here we go. We have 2 UNSC and 3 Banister. We get Spartan Stone in a nice camo. Definitely a lot better than her Halo Heroes type camo. I like this one a lot better. And honestly, I think this one should have been Halo Heroes. And we got maybe a lesser version. But this could be sold as Halo Heroes right here. So this is pretty cool. I like this figurine. It looks really nice. Nice camo to it. And everything. We do get a Marine. This Marine does have like a desert type to him. More of like a desert like pants and shirt on. And I do have another Marine that does have that type of desert on her. I believe. Okay, I don't have it right now, but I do have that one from the Halo Series 4 blind bags, the Halo Infinite ones. And if we want to make a squad of them, you can honestly not buy the set to army build, but I bet there is other sets that I don't know about that do have a Marine of this color. If not, then you could just buy a bunch of those other blind bags and army build. They're a really nice touch. Now we move on to our elite. We have an elite warlord. This could honestly, if we wanted to say, could be passed on. I know we do see other elite warlords in the game, but this could honestly be passed on as Chaklock. I guess you could, the first main boss we do end up fighting. That's where we, if I don't spoil too much, but that's where we find Spartan Griffin in his prison tower. So this could be passed on as Chaklock, but of course it's just seen as a regular elite warlord right here. Let's see, yeah. It is just passed on as a regular elite warlord. So Chaklock or elite warlord, whatever you want to call him, but it's a really cool figurine. The only other time we did get an elite warlord was in Halo Heroes. I forgot. I don't know if it's series. I forgot what Halo Heroes he was in, but I know we did get him in Halo Heroes in a lot of detail. And it was just a regular elite warlord. So, and I have not been able to come past that one. And even online, it's very hard to find that one specifically, because distribution was not the best at that time. So if you have Halo Heroes 1, I mean, he's probably very collectible. But we do get another one in this set. Then we get 2 Hunters. They're not completely identical because one of them does have battle damage right here, like a little blast on him. So yeah, these are both red Hunters. They kind of resemble the Hunter we do get in the Halo Wasp Onslaught, the one we get for Halo Infinite. And basically it's just one that we get, but here he is. I did do a speed build of him on my TikTok of me building the Wasp. It was a pretty long one, and we just kind of waited a little bit. It just took a while to build it, but yeah, so this is our Hunters right here. And yeah, so pretty good set. Figurines, a lot of figurines, nice figurines we get. And I'll move these off to the side. Then we'll go on to the main thing we want to focus on is our tank. Good amount of detail on it. I won't go too much into it. Its main functions, it has a rotating turret right here. I did have a problem whenever I was using it to put in the actual figurine and make it to where the barrel points straight like this. It's kind of hard to get the actual Marine or Spartan to hold the weapon and make it look like it's shooting instead of making it look like it's going down like this. I did have difficulty with that, but besides that, we do get a rotating cockpit, or like a little rotating turret area. And then with our tank, if you want to put someone in here, you have to lift up the barrel first, and then you can slide it in right there. And yeah, so pretty cool tank. The barrel does fall off pretty easily, so you just might want to be aware of that. Yeah, so it's a pretty good set. It does have recoil action. You do turn this a little bit, and it does the recoil right there. Only problem with this is kind of it's sticking out too much. You can see right here. For me, it sticks out a little bit too much. If it could go maybe a bit in, it would be pretty cool. But that's my only thing with this. It just seems, again, like the turret, just kind of out of place. But besides that, it's pretty good. You can rotate it 360 degrees. You can go up this far and then down this far right here. The treads, can't really rotate them 360 degrees. This is as far as they go. And the terrains do act upon terrain, so if you have bumpy terrain, they will move as needed. And I noticed, especially with this, they need something. The tank does not really work good on flat surfaces, such as this table right here. Whenever I was using it, again, I noticed it worked better on a couch, or like a surface that's kind of uneven. I mean, it barely works right here, but it should be able to like go with ease. It works better on a uneven surface, so like a bed, a couch, something like that. But pretty good set. I mean, you do get some storage in here, so I took that off right there real quick. And this is our storage. So right there, that's how we can see the above view of our storage. It's a pretty good amount of storage we do get with it. So with, again, our crate, we just slide it in like this and make sure it's at an angle. Then you can close it. Hold on. Then you can close it like that. And you should be able to, have no worries. I am currently having a problem with this. There we go. So yeah, you just slide it in like that. Make sure it's at an angle, and you're good. And then you don't have to take off the tank, like the main gun for the tank. I just did that to show you. But usually you open this up and then you slide it in. So that's really it. But yeah, so 10 out of 10 set for me. I like it. I guess you could say the lengthy part of this, the most lengthy part of building the actual tank that kind of might make you fatigue a little bit, is just building the wheels and then putting on the treads. The front treads needed like 31 treads total to build, and then the back ones needed 25. And I mean, I guess the main reason you would probably get fatigued and such is because you're nearing the end of building the tank, so you've already been building it for a while, but you are like, I'm so close to getting this done, and you just kind of start thinking like, oh, I'm getting tired. But besides that, that's probably the only part that will fatigue you while building this set. Because this part is like the identical ones, so the rest of the tank is not identical in any way, shape, or form. You just kind of like, okay, The only part that I guess you can count as identical is the side pieces for the actual gun. But even at that, it's such a short thing that you can just go through it and then not have to worry. The wheels, on the other hand, do take a while to build. They have a good length to building them. So put it right back here. And my figurines, we will move them along with the gun over here. And so that's the tank. What I just got from my collection. And I know it's kind of ironic. I put most of my stuff in a nice little Lego bin here so we can start reviewing. Got a nice bag of Halo in here. And those are just a lot of miscellaneous figures I had from whenever I started collecting. Okay, so I found a good thing I can probably review right here. This is the AA gun, and of course some of the pieces did fall off of it, but this is the Banist anti-aircraft gun. It's a really cool set right here. You could still get the set for I think $40. I'm pretty sure it's not a bad price. And this one did cause a lot of controversy because that's where we got not Escrium, Hyperius. And Hyperius, as you saw, this was way before the game came out because the game did have a bad launch. So, and of course, Mega had already was anticipating the fact that, okay, the game's releasing, let's go ahead and release these sets. So, people were going crazy thinking, oh no, Locke died and such. So, because he has him on his actual shoulder pad, and I can actually show you right here because I do have the figurine near me. So let me go grab that real quick. And so, yeah. Let's see. Alright. So I found him, and he did cause a lot of controversy because of the shoulder pad on the side has Locke's helmet on it. Besides that, though, this, again, Mega likes to make their big sets and their figurines look pretty polished and nice. So we got a colored gravity hammer right here. Now, in the game, we never see Hyperius use his gravity hammer and use a gravity hammer. And for me, this just looks awfully similar to Escrium's custom gravity hammer. Here, let me pull up a picture for you of what it looks like. And I got what the name was, but here, so I think I could give it to you. Let me go to images. Alright, yeah. So yes, it's a gravity axe. So it's not a gravity hammer, but it's gravity axe. It doesn't look the same, but I think it's just weird how we would have this type of coloration for the actual hammer, saying that, again, we never saw a hammer that did have a red back to it and kind of like a red front to it. So I don't know if maybe there was a mistake and they were like, you know what, let's get this colored hammer, which we never saw in game, or I might be wrong, and there actually is an instance where we do get to see a gravity hammer that Hyperius uses that has that same coloration to it. But for me, it just looks a little bit similar. Not the same. There again, they both have their major differences, but it just looks a little similar to the actual gravity axe. And I noticed with the Banished Chopper takedown, we don't get a gravity axe, which it would be nice if we could actually, if Mega were to make a gravity axe for Escrium, I think it would be pretty cool, but I know there is some custom 3D printings you can just go online, find a 3D print. If you have a 3D printer, you can just make your custom gravity axe. But I don't know. So again, this is the figurine ice cream, and this is the first Halo Infinite set I did get that came with the Master Chief. Let's see, we do get a grunt with it. I'm trying to look for it in my bin. So currently, here is the 2 batteries we get. Basically the main play mechanic for the actual set is you're just gonna take down these little batteries right here, and you just that was less that was uneventful. Hold on, why is it not taking it off? All right, maybe I'm building it. It's supposed to be like pop off like this. Hold on. All right. So now all of these are supposed to basically have this piece right here, and then you attach it like so. No, that's not how it works. So never mind. You don't need a piece like that right there. You basically just kind of. It's weird, but you just attach it like this. This is confusing me. Don't know. Okay, so you do need a piece right here for that. That's all right. There we go. This is basically the battery. Your main mission is to basically take out the batteries like that. They make like almost like an explosion. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool set. We do get some little bolts with it. These are on the bottom. It does do a good amount of articulation to the actual cannon. We do have the up. We have a down. Yeah, it does turn 360 degrees, and it's pretty cool. Especially if you're like doing dioramas and such. I know one guy actually made. I'm trying to think of his YouTube channel. He's very famous for like making a lot of mocks and dioramas. He got a bunch of these, and he made an actual life-size AA gun with a whole battle going on underneath. It was pretty cool. I watched his video of him showcasing it. Pretty cool. And yeah, so we do have shooting action right here. And that just flew straight to my computer. These do go pretty far. And yeah, so you just pop these in right here to to load them. And there's not much to this. We do get a marine. We do get a also. Pretty sure we also get a not a gun goose, but we do get a. I'm trying to think. A mongoose. We do get a mongoose with the set. Kind of. It's a pretty big set. We do get a lot of figurines with it. So yeah, here's all the AA batteries right there. So we'll put these all on. I think I just figured out how this is supposed to work. If you look, okay, so make it look like it's nice, and put in. It's supposed to go like this, and then yeah. So okay, we got that going, and we do have this right here. So found all 3 batteries that go right here, and then you're just supposed to basically, if you're playing with it, take them all out, and then you destroy the cannon. Let's see. I also do have a. This did come with a mongoose. Here it is. It's not the complete mongoose right here, but here it is. And this is when they added the new idea of adding actual not altering tires, but actually mobility. So as you can see here, We do have the ups and downs, so you can just move it like that or like that. It does react with your terrain, again, like the tank. And this is the new suspension system. We did not get this in other sets before Halo Infinite, but we did get it before. Not before, but we did get it. This was probably one of the first sets we did get the suspension system, plus the Warthog, which did have the suspension system to it. But besides that, this is a pretty cool set. It comes with a nice Master Chief that does have like a desert feel to it. I might actually review this set in the future. Once I can rebuild it and then review it. But as of right now, I know I do have all the pieces to it. But yeah. Next up, this is one of my older sets I do have, and it's the UNSC Red Spade. Probably one of my most favorite ones out of the old Halo Mega Bloks I do have. Mostly because I love new articulation, but for some reason the old articulation just looks a lot nicer. You can actually, it's just simple, but it's so cool to see these. So we do get a Reach Spartan with the Noble helmet on. It does come with a grenade launcher, and I'm pretty sure we do get a Hazard with this set. And I'm looking for him right now. I gotta kind of take some of this stuff out, and then I can find them. He's here somewhere. There he is. Okay. So yeah, this is the UNSC Red Spade. You can see here, it comes with the grenade launcher, a SOCOM, and it does come with an assault rifle. Again, the nice old bulky assault rifle we do get. Comes with, of course, two seats, one for passenger and stuff like that. This set does have a history of getting the back parts where you need to put into the actual seat stuck into the figurines. So I have a kind of a hard time getting those off. But yeah, so here's the seats right here. It does come with some nice little mirrors, rear view mirrors, and it does come with an antenna, but one day, and I'm taking it out, the antenna broke on me, so I need to get a new antenna for it. But yeah, this is a pretty cool set. This does, I guess you can say, does have a type of suspension to it. As you can see here, it does have a good little bounce to it. It doesn't really have the turning suspension, but it does look like it can go with the terrain. So I take back what I said. It does have a good amount of. They did do terrain vehicles before, but not to this degree where you can actually turn it a certain way and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like the set. Probably one of my favorites that I have in my whole collection. Yeah. So then right here we do have the building block set. So now I did build this myself. I basically went off their main design of adding the turrets. Not adding the turrets, but adding the main base. This is your main, I guess you could say, forward operating base, or, outpost. So I did go off their original design for that. And then I just kind of added what I wanted to add in the end. Just some, nice finishing touches for the actual set. Now, with the turret for this one, it's kind of different. It does come with a Warthog turret right here. It's very, right here. This is our turret we do get. And again, I love the builds right here. You have the extending, the resting position, stuff like that. So that's whenever they did really good with their turrets. And then they kind of got rid of like the older design, the more bulky, nice turrets that we did have in the Banished Mercenary pack and the UNSC. I forgot what it was called, but it's UNSC. But basically, it's I guess you can say, the mirrored image of the Mercenary pack we did get. Those were the beautiful turrets we did get. I put some sandbags right here. Building tip. I know for this holographic thing, some people might have actually put it on a wall piece, kind of like this right here. Right here. So this is like what we have. That's probably how you did it, where there's something on the wall. But I made it. I feel like it's pretty good with how I made it. Basically, all you do, you get a block like this, and I will take it out so I can actually demonstrate. You got a block like this, and all you have to do is just pop it in like that. So it makes it look like it's actually floating in, it's like a projection. So pretty cool. That's how I did mine. There might be other better ways of doing this, but that did pretty good. Excuse me for a quick moment. And here. So now we're back. All right. Yeah, so this was my building box thing right here. We got 2 Spartans with this. And a good amount of weapons, some nice grenades. But here's the Spartan we end up getting. And this is where Mega was kind of going on and off with their design of the energy sword. There was some instances, like in the Halo Infinite Series 1 blind bags, we did get a design of the newer energy sword, but then they were switching in between the older one, then the newer ones, as such. The more, like, I guess you'd say, as I like to call it, it looks more Forerunner than it does Covenant. More of the energy sword we do see in Halo 4 and 5. But then they went back to the design they gave them in Halo, 3 and stuff. And I'm guessing they decided to stick with the design because we get to see this in the Halo Infinite UNSC Scorpion class set. And we do see it in the Banished Phantom we do get with Jaeger Ardomni. Except his is more of a red color because was part of the Spartan Assassins during the Covenant. I'm pretty sure that if my lore's correct, that's how it was. Let's see. So, my collection, there came a time where I did get another Banshee, and I was like, instead of me building the regular design for it and such, I decided just to make the alt build, which the alt build's pretty cool. We never see this in Halo Infinite, but it looks nice. It's kind of like a floating, I guess you can say, podium. So basically, if you want to make a good story, you can say that this guy's like a leader of such, and this is kind of his custom hovercraft he does have. It's pretty cool. It does have 2 turrets on the side. 1 turret did fall off. But yeah, so here's your turret, and then you shoot it off. So it can be used as a weapon. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like this alt design. I need to build the other ones, but I feel like it would be a pain to take apart everything and then rebuild them. So it's better if you get maybe a duplicate of a set or another part of it. You might want to build the alt design. The alt designs do tend to be a little bit simpler. In this case, this one was a little bit more complex than even just building the Banshee regularly. So this one did have a more complex design to it. Let's see what I got here. Oh, some other sets in here. Oh, this is one of the other sets I did get here. It is the UNSC Falcon, or not Falcon, but Hornet. Basically, with this set, again, I don't have all the parts on hand with me right now, but yeah. So we did get a ODST pilot with this, and we do have rotating jet boosters. Again, I need the parts for him, but we do have the rotating jet boosters. I know we're getting a new one, and I honestly like that one a little bit better than this one we get because of the ODST and Sergeant Stacker. I believe that's his name. But mainly because of that ODST. The ODST just looks nice. The main function of the set, you have your two blasters right here. I guess you can say these are your missiles. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a nice set to have. And I do have a lot of other things. Let's see. So what else do I have? I did get the Razorback for my birthday last year. Here it is. I did decide to take off the wheels so I can have room to store it. But yeah, so showcasing the suspension system we do get. This is the suspension. We can raise one higher and stuff. And it does, I believe, do the thing where if we decide to turn it a certain way, it should work. This Razorback's really nice. We do get Kelly in it. Basically, yeah, everyone I think knows Kelly. So basically part of Blue Team. We get Blue Team, Kelly. And we also did get there was another set that we did get another Blue Team member in, which was Fred in the Banished Chopper Takedown. We got him. So we were able to, I have both Kelly and Fred. They're currently in my diorama I do have right now going on. I need to kind of clean up the diorama a little bit and rearrange some certain things. But yeah, so this is the Razorback right here. And it does go down, up. Of course, I need to put this side back on. But it's fully complete. It has all the figures and everything in it. And yeah, so I think it was a really cool set. Especially saying we do get Kelly with it. We get a nice brute. We get some grunts. I think just one grunt we do get with it. And we do get a marine. But I think it's honestly good if you're trying to, put a lot of... Like if you're doing a diorama of a multiplayer map or such, you can honestly put in, some good weapons in the back. It does have an area for, like in game, it does have an area for weapons and stuff. This one's a little bit more detailed because it does have like some, I guess you could say, a control pad right here. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and these windows look really nice. They make it look like it's going to be hard to hit because this is like a squad vehicle, so you're going to be carrying troops from one place to another. Excuse my have some allergies. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we have basically your squad. So it's going to be hard to shoot through it. I guess your only really main weak spot would be if you have a good sniper. But I'm sure these windows are bulletproof to a certain extent. So your sides are going to be your really only weakness. Yeah, so pretty cool set. I think I do have the other pieces, so I can complete it real quick for y'all to see. I don't have them on me now. I did have them at one point in time. They are somewhere. And they... wait, is this it? No. Anyways, so this is, of course, this is my hour-long video, so I'm not going through everything in my collection. I'm just going through maybe some of the stuff I do have as of right now. I probably might finish off by going through my books, my Halo books I do have, which are really nice. I honestly like Halo books. They're pretty cool to have. They teach you a lot about the lore. They teach you about everything that you probably didn't know. So, but for my last figurine, this Captain Cutter, I did get him as a Halo hero. Once I do have his whole stand. I have the AI that he came with. A nicely detailed figure, if I do say so myself. I like him. It's nice to have him basically on the actual battlefield, I guess you can say. Even though I know he showed up, he's in Halo Wars 1 and Halo Wars 2. Of course, Halo Wars 1 was set way before the events of Halo, and Halo Wars 2 did have the bandits, did have the flood, but I believe that was set before Halo Infinite. It is set before Halo Infinite, but of course, I have no way of knowing if he still exists. We kind of don't get. I haven't played Halo Wars 2. I've started playing those games, but as of right now, I don't think he exists during the events of Halo 1. He probably got, unfortunately, killed whenever the bandits did eliminate most of the personnel on the Infinity and on the other ships, as we do see in the beginning of Halo Infinite. So they did kind of, I guess you could say, killed everyone. Let me put that right back here. All right. Now we'll go through my books I do have for the last remaining 15 minutes I do have on stream. Again, this was just going to be an hour long. If you're here right now, I would appreciate if you were to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when I do another live stream. Basically, it's still up in the air, but I'm going to be doing a 2-part live stream. I'm going to start building, get as much as I can in a certain amount of time, and then probably the day after that or the day another, just wait a couple of days, and then I'll finish this. So I'll be doing that live on stream. And yeah, so we're just, relaxing. I do have a TikTok. It's at GeoZilla117. And yeah, so I would appreciate if you go follow me there. I do announcements. I do basically toy photography. If you like toy photography, I would recommend that channel for you. There's other channels too that basically inspired me to do toy photography on TikTok. Yeah, so if you want to follow me and follow some other people that I have followed or are following me too. They are small creators just like me, and I think they would appreciate if you were to follow them. So here we are. And so basically, right here, I got the Halo Mythos for Christmas. Again, there's some nice art in here. Basically, so when we start out, it basically says, experience the great grand story of the Halo universe for the first time, from the reign of the majestic Forerunners countless millennia ago to humanity's struggle against the alien forces of the Covenant and the Flood. Written by the expert team at 343 Industries and illustrated with more than 50 stunning full-color paintings, this is the official guide to 10 million years of Halo history. Really cool. Halo Mythos, again, artwork, just absolutely stunning. The artwork on it, I love it. Halo books are pretty cool, man. They're really cool. The one book I do want to buy, and I know it's kind of silly, is the Halo Cookbook. That's probably one of the main things I want to buy. Mostly because I like cooking, and it would be cool to see the type of, I know the Moa burgers in there. I would like to see, what other foods I could cook that are from the Halo Infinite. But here, let me show you the encyclopedia I have. Let's see, it's going to open you up. And I've been reading quite through it. Again, I did buy this one. Pretty cool. Actually, I got this one for Christmas. This one I got for Christmas. I didn't buy it, but it's really cool. I enjoyed it. And yeah, so again, stunning artwork on the front of it. The back of it has artwork too. But yeah, so a nice gold-plated title to it. And just to give you a taste of the artwork we do see, here it is. So, for 10 minutes on stream, but I'll be going into this book the best I can. Let me kind of raise my camera. Okay, so you should be able to see it right there. Basically, this is the artwork we do get. It's really nice to see this. Here's some more artwork we get to see. As far as I am in the encyclopedia, I am currently, let's see, I'm pretty sure I'm where I'm already passed up the vehicles. I've already passed up the planets, the factions, the government, stuff like that. I think I'm currently on the, let's see, I think Spartan Fire Teams. That's where I'm at currently right now. So yeah, so I'm doing pretty good. I think my favorite part is seeing, so look, so we get an overview into all the vehicles of Halo, such as the Jackrabbit, which I'm pretty sure we only see in Halo Wars 2. I think maybe 1. I might be mistaken. But I think it would be cool if we were able to see the Jackrabbit in the actual Halo Infinite campaign. At least, like, maybe they could release some vehicle DLC. That would be pretty cool. And actually have missions affiliated with it, where I know it's kind of different and it's a little weird. It goes away from what Halo has, but to where you can honestly go salvage certain areas on the ring, where maybe the Jackrabbit probably, I need to read more into it, but it would be cool if maybe we could go in and actually find the salvage some parts for it and build it ourselves, or maybe switch from Master Chief to an actual Marine and build it, kind of like the Lego games, but of course not as fast. Like, you actually have to salvage the parts, find the parts, and then we could play as Master Chief and drive it in the game. So yeah, so it goes into all the tanks. We do get the Scorpion, the Grizzly, the Rhino, and the Kodiak tank. So we get quite a bit of cool things in this set. Then their mobile fortresses, the combat walkers, the Colossus, the Cyclops, and the Mantis. Of course, those are our main combat walkers. Let's see, we get the Pelican in all its forms. Dropships. Let's see. So we get ground support aircraft, more ground support aircraft, which is like our Wasp, our Hornet that we get to see in the game, and then the Honeybee and the Kestrel, which we do get in the Halo set, Mega Bloks set. But before, I don't think we ever see it in game. So then we have the Broadsword. We get to drive that, the Saber. Yeah, so basically a lot of things. I think my favorite part is once you're done with going through it. And I think the longest chapters in this are Humanity and the Covenant, because of course they're what we see more in the base game, and we get a lot more lore to him. But even after that, we have the Banished history and then the Flood history, which those I think are pretty short but sweet chapters. Let's see. So I'll show you the artwork we get to see in there. So honestly, this is some nice artwork we get right here of the Arbiter and a lot of Covenant ground forces and artillery in the background. It's pretty cool. That's probably my favorite part whenever you're reading it. And I could actually go through. There is a table of contents, so I can tell you how long. So Humanity goes from page 14 to 187. So you get a lot of things in there of about humanity and stuff. Then the Covenant goes from 186 to 307, page 307. Honestly, those are pretty long. Then you have Forerunners. I forgot that they do go into the Forerunners and the Flood and the Flood, Forerunners, and Banished. So for Forerunners, they're pretty lengthy too. Of course, they go into so you span from page 308 to 397, basically, or 396. So they have a good amount of lore packed into the Humanity, Covenant, and Forerunners. Then with our Flood, we get Assortment Suite entrance. It goes from 398 to 416. Yeah, so we have Introduction, the Flood Infestation, and the Epilogue. So not much in there. Then from Banished, we go from page 418 to 476. They have a good amount of lore packed in. Not a lot, but a good amount. So, or not 476, but basically 485. 418 for 485. That's less than 100. So we have introduction, organizations, individuals, spaceships, vehicles, and weapons, because they themselves do have their own type of artillery, their own type of machinery, weapons, as such, that we do not get to see in the Covenant. So they would, of course, have their own weapons, spaceships, and vehicles. Of course, the Flood don't. They don't. They infect you, and they use the weapon that you have on you. And then we have the audit complete and acknowledgments. But so we have Covenant, and then from Covenant, we go into Banished. So I will show you the pains we get, or not Banished, but Forerunners. And it even goes into like the different type of energy swords, gravity hammers we get for melee weapons. There's definitely a lot of things we do not see in the game, so I don't know if most of it is concept art or it is actually in the lore and stuff. But here, so this is like this artwork we get for the Forerunners. Honestly, that just looks intimidating. Seeing the didact right there, and of course the Forerunners, they don't exist. Well, some of them do, but basically they're not their main civilization. So we do have a frozen over installation. Looks like it's been abandoned for a while, but then you have the didact right there. So that's pretty cool, I think. And then it goes into their story. It goes into, everything they have to offer. They have even their own weapons. They have their own ships. They have basically everything they can offer. They have their soldiers, the officers, the snipers. They have quite a bit in here. So, and the cool thing is thankfully Mega, we didn't get to see a lot of sets with the actual, the soldier, I think, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, Armigers or Armigers. I don't know if that's the correct way. I think it's Armigers. But basically, you go into everything, and we have, the soldier, sniper, and officer. And we only get them in the Banished Phaeton. Or not the Banished Phaeton, but the Forerunner Phaeton and the a blind bag, Halo Warriors blind bag. And that's it. But then now we're actually going to be able to see them in our newer blind bag, which is Halo Universe Series 2. And we actually get to see our Forerunner, our stuff like that. Really cool. I know there's a lot of cool things in the Halo Universe blind bag that we are actually going to get. And I'm really excited to honestly get that one. A little bit more excited than we did with Halo Universe 1. Because Halo Universe 1, I got some of them. I got mostly the Grunt, the Banished Elites. I did get the Halo Infinite kind of half active camo Spartan, and the, trying to think what else I got. I also got the blue. I got a blue Halo Combat Evolved Spartan 2. So I got quite a bit out of them. I didn't get the Brutes or the Marines. I just honestly wasn't looking for them. Again, excuse my allergies. I'm having a horrible one. Yeah, bad allergies. Trying to, use them and getting rid of them. Anyways, back to what I was doing. We have less than a minute. So, I'll show what we have last. This is our Banished artwork right here. You can see we get Atriox as the leader of the Banished right on top, and then Escrium on the bottom. Really cool artwork. This was a live stream with the Master Chef. Hope you're having a wonderful and great day. Hope you have an even better New Year's. Hopefully, you come out of this old one as something new. It's been a kind of a crazy year we've had. So, yeah. So, hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're doing well. And we are reaching our hour mark. I'm going to go a little bit above it just so I can show you this one weapon. This one thing for the... where are they at? Just want to show you the artwork real quick. It's not going to take too long. It seems I can't find it. So, this was another video with Master Chef. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment. Make sure you hit the bell to get notified when I do other live streams / videos. Hope you're having a wonderful and fantastic day. And this is Master Chef signing off.